that's something that we are all faced with. So number one, I want you to realize and recognize the very simple fact that we all have distractions, right? We have kids, we have spouse, we have people, we have friends, we have, there's some people out there that might be negative, people trying to tear us down, people saying, oh, that's one of those things, right? We all are faced with that. So that's number one. You're not alone, right? We all have that. Every single person, from the brand new person to the person even who's making millions of dollars in the business, there's always going to be distractions. There's always going to be negative people. So you're not alone. Number two is when we have to make a tough decision. If there are people in our life who are crabs, you guys heard about the crab in a bucket thing. If you put a bunch of crabs in a bucket, this one crab's trying to get out, guess what happens? All the other crabs grab them and like, nope, pull them right back down. They're like, you're not going to escape, right? So no one gets out because they're always just pulling each other down. That can happen in life. The way that we get away from that is we have to crawl out of the bucket real fast, right? You have to make a choice to have a tough conversation with, it could be friends, could be family, could be whoever, and say, look, if you're going to be negative, just don't talk about it, right? I don't need that in my life. Either don't talk about it, or I'm going to have to completely disassociate myself with you. That might be a tough conversation, but that's the reality. If you look at, here's the other thing I want to say on this. Everyone who is successful in entrepreneurship, no matter their background, no matter the circumstances, there are people right now in My Daily Choice and in all other entrepreneur endeavors who have faced exactly what you're facing and they succeeded. Anytime I've been down or I try to, woe is me, or like I got all these problems or I got all these distractions, I have to ground myself for a moment and say, look, there have been other people who have been through this and they made it. They made it. They're successful. That means I can make it. Right? That's it. That to me, that's the first step. Because once we recognize and we live in that fact, that reality, that these other people went through the same shit I'm going through, they have the same challenges that I'm going through, and they made it. That means I can make it. That means I can do it. It's not going to be easy, right? So how did they make it? They had to make a choice to not be around the negativity, to not let negative people or circumstances bring them down, and to stay distraction free. And right now, distractions are more than ever in the world, right? Between politics, between everything going on in the world, there's so many distractions. And as soon as we allow ourselves to become fixated on distractions, it just sucks our energy. We lose our excitement. We sometimes can lose hope. And the whole world is trying to just take all your energy away and get you fixated on other shit, other crap that is not going to serve you, that's not going to help you, that's not going to get you closer to your goals. So you've got to put up a wall that is a wall of protection so that you can eliminate the distraction, right? It comes down to, number one, realize that everyone has negative people in their life. You have to choose to block them out. Number two, everyone who is successful in this world, there are people who are facing exactly what you're facing, and they made it. If they made it, you can make it. And number three, you have to make a conscious, tough decision every single day and stay focused on your goal. That's it. And you have to ask yourself, is what I'm doing right now helping me get closer to my goal? Is what I'm doing right now helping me get closer to my goal? If it's not, stop doing it. And the more we can ask ourselves that question, like whether it's 5 times a day or 500 times a day, as many times as it takes, what it's going to do is it's going to course correct. It's going to keep us on track. Instead of being distracted and going down this way that is not serving us, that is not helping us, that's not moving us forward, they're just sucking our time and energy. We have to course correct and say, nope, I'm over here. What am I doing over here? I'm prospecting. I'm networking. I'm growing. I'm reading a book. I'm watching a training. I'm creating content.